Welcome to my channel Sella Buzz. I will arrive at my destination. Go straight back to the Beatles here, since there once was a time. Someone wrote a Paul-related thesis. McCartney has passed away, and Paul has passed away. Additionally, if you played back records, I am aware that this is a severe circumstance, insane. Get ready to explore the Enter Jimmy Page's world. The famous English producer and musician Hoare interpreted rock history as the creator behind the guitar riffs of Led Zeppelin Pig. Writing songs has evolved into the fundamental foundation and the real heartbeat of roll. He's an pioneer and has been awarded multiple honors. Among the honors are Grammys and AA spot in the Hall of Rock and Roll. These days, Page maintains a calm life in his former residence in London, renowned for having an abundance of unique guitars, strange relics. Therefore, don't be tricked. This tool, a gift from God, continues to roar more loudly than before. However, before we dive, we have to get into his fantastic existence. Examine Jimmy's origins path, which took him there to excellence. Early life began on January 9th, 1944 in Middlesex, England, at Honda. Jimmy Pye, whose name was James Patrick Pigg, was famous over the globe, ready for musical fame. James Patrick Pidgey, father senior, was employed as an industrial worker, manager, and his mom, Patricia Elizabeth Gaffin, was a medical professional, secretary when she was 8 years old. When Jimmy's family relocated to Epsom, it was certain their new house was where it was. That young Jimmy found a Spanish person. The guitar sparked an enthusiasm that Woody started, building his future at 12 years old, playing the strings right away, taking a few classes. But in the end he instructed himself. His enthusiasm was evident, and he frequently took his guitar to class, only to have it taken away and subsequently restored. Jimmy's first musical. His sources of inspiration varied, and he was captivated by the sounds of rockabilly of James Burton and Scotty Moore. Both one of them performed with Elvis Presley. Additionally, the blues had a lasting impression on him beside B.B. King Elmore and other legends. James is developing his own style. The eclectic fusion of blues and rock became at 13 years old. He laid the foundation of his unique voice. Jimmy showed off his skills on BBC One's All Your Own performance when questioned regarding his upcoming goals. He expressed a wish to carry out biological studies to identify a remedy for cancer, but the appeal of music was too strong to come close to 14. He was performing with bands like Malcolm and Locals, the Whirlwinds in Austin, followed by the Despite being interviewed. Paramounts, for a position as a lab assistant, Jimmy quit school, having enrolled at the age of 15 to follow his musical ambitions. Neil the Singer, the Crusaders, Christian's band, went on tour, extensively, recording songs such as The Road to Love. Regretfully, a case of glandular fever, which made him stop and enroll at Sue's Sutton Art College, concentrating on further passion paintings, even if the music seemed enticing, while attending college. Jimmy was a regular at the Club Marquee. Playing with bands such as Alexis Corners incorporates blues music and other guitarists. Jeff and Eric Clapton Becca's encounters have not only improved his abilities, but also made a connection him with important individuals. The figures in the music industry as we move away from his formative years to his extraordinary career is evident. Jimmy's initial zeal for music would swiftly transform into worldwide professional success. And success started off as one of the best in London. Well-known session guitarists in the early 1960s. He shared his incredible skill to musicians such as The Who and the Kinks as well as Moran. This fruitful era showed loyalty, his flexibility, and laid the foundation for his future pursuits. Page became a member of the Yard Barra Band in 1966, renowned for their innovative blues music throughout his time spent with them. Crucible of rock sound for his evolving style mix of complex guitar playing and experimental. The Yardbirds broke up in 1968. Led Zeppelin was formed by Page hiring Robert Plant. Bonham, John. The lineup of John Paul Jones rose to fame under PA's inspirational direction. Motivating the group to unthinkable heights are led by the debut album, by Zeppelin. 96-9 was a rock-related seismic event. The past adds a louder, more powerful sound that will have an impact on many artists. Inventive guitars and production presses techniques were evident in songs like Confused and Dazed. The fourth album by the band, featuring the firmly established Stairway to Heaven, they're standing among PA's renowned alone. Being acknowledged as one of the best rock star of all time, Led Zeppelin set records in the 1970s, including performances that are sold out, and the top of the charts records. The impact was so powerful that, according to Rolling Stone, they are the heaviest band ever, an homage to their Page's leading position in rock genre's creative use of various tunings, and his signature, the double-neck guitar, came to represent his showmanship and technological mastery after the band disbanded in 1980 following Bonham's. Unexpectedly, Page adopted numerous tasks following his passing, includes movie soundtracks and partnerships. Partnerships with performers like Robert Plantal Rogers has contributed. He received recognition on a global scale and admitted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame notoriety. One with the Yardbirds, both with Led Zeppelin in 1992, and again. And from 1995 to 2012 he received the coveted Kennedy Center. Honors highlights his substantial impact on Americans' culture. Via the arts have achieved exceptional influence and popularity. It's worthwhile to listen to the music in the global financial legacy, and its impact incorporated into highs income, endurance status, and net. Jimmy Page has accumulated a substantial wealth as of 2024 during his lifetime career. The estimated net worth is about $200 million. Most of Page's wealth originates from his innovative collaboration with Led Zeppelin. The band has sold albums. Over 300 million copies are produced globally. Considerable royalties in addition to the tours of concerts, especially in the 1970s, were incredibly lucrative, with tickets sales are surpassing previous records. Page has carefully prepared her music profession, investments that have reinforced he has a lot of money and several properties overseas, such as a magnificent home in Malibu and the 16th Century in California. Additionally, he possesses an investment and a house in Essex, England, in a number of stocks and bonds, produce a significant yearly income. Page keeps producing revenue from Led's royalties, Zeppelin's extensive discography, and from Hisalo's collaborations and albums. A varied portfolio and long-term impact on the music industry ensures that his monetary legacy stays strong. That being said, Jimmy Pa's life isn't. His passions are set in stone, solely from donations, charitable giving, and distinctive activities. Reveals a man whose lifestyle is almost as intriguing as his insights into the music lifestyle. Pagey, Jimmy loves a vibrant life, intricate as his trademark riffs go beyond the platform. His world is a combination of artistic endeavors, charitable activities, personal passions that create vivid paintings. An image of the man who created the song is captivated by mysticism and the alt, is extensively documented, and he is notable purchased. Ali's former mansion, the Boulogne home, Crowley, reflected his intense curiosity about unusual topics. This curiosity often filtered into his songs, enhancing the richness of the throughout. The Led Zeppelin Page has been operational. Entire career, he had his share of disputes, particularly those pertaining to his curiosity about the supernatural. However, these characteristics have only enhanced his mysterious nature, which makes him a topic of interest. Conjecture shows dedication. Page turned into a founding member of the Humanitarian Worries. In 1997, a group of ABC Trust patrons was committed to helping the poor. Youngsters in Brazil in 2005, and his accomplishments were acknowledged that he was designated as an officer of the British Order Empire OBBE for his humanitarian endeavors. There is little information available on PA's pets and particulars. On PA's preferred, stay tuned for sports or food television. Private love of music. It's without a doubt he's shown admiration for a variety of performers and genres, exhibiting a wide and varied preferences. His propensity for collecting are also noteworthy. It is said that he's accumulated a substantial collection of oddie guitars. Everybody has a story to tell, and significance. Additionally, his fascination inspired him to get together in the occult-connected items. Books that highlights his complex personality. Still needs to be truly, I got it. The artist responsible for the music, we must investigate the connections, and he has been shaped by his ties. Individual connections made along the way. The intimate life of Jimmy Pig has been as vibrant and intricate as his prestigious career in music. Above the years, he has taken part in a number of important connections, each add to his life's fabric. The late 1960s saw Page as intimately connected to an American songwriter and singer. The work of Jackie Des-Shannon Connection is commonly recognized as an influence for the song by Led Zeppelin Tangerine from around 1970 till 1982. Page was romantically involved with. The French model is Charlotte Martin. Their daughter, Scarlett Peggy, was born in 1971 and has since founded herself as a well-known photographer throughout the 1970s. PA's individual life generated controversy as a result of his being involved with Laurie Maddox, is a youthful model. The partnership began perhaps at the age of 15, or when Maddox was 14. A truth has been the focus of numerous discussion and critique. In 1986, Page got married to Patricia. The pair, and James is an American waiter and model. In April, 3-year-old Patrick P. was born. 1988, they divorced each other. 5. Ha and Page were married later in 1995. He met Gomez Parachcha during a tour in Brazil. Jan, her daughter, was adopted by him. Doc was born in 1994, and the couple has 2 kids. Sophia J. and her partner were born. Inashin Josan was born in 1997-1999. Additionally, this marriage produced 2008 divorce. Since 2014, Page has been romantically involved with Scarlett Se45 Eyes, a poet and actress years younger than him. In spite of their age distinction, the pair shares a close relationship, regularly works together on artistic endeavors, and leading a tranquil life together away. During his lifetime, he stayed away from the spotlight. Jimmy Page has obviously developed a close connections with musicians, Robert Jones, John Paul Plant, the deceased John Bonham's Led Zeppelin bandmates. These connections are important, if a fly-influenced. His musical career, personally life, in spite of what his relationships provide understanding of his own world. The depth of PA's character is evident. His love of old houses and real estate is a treasure trove of architecture. Page has put up an amazing assortment, a range of homes that represent his wide range of preferences and deep gratitude. His primary interests include both architecture and past. One famous structure is the Tower House residence, a Victorian wonder nestled in London's Holland Park, which was constructed by the William Burgess, the famous architect, circa 1875. This Grade 1 listed in 1881. The building is an example of the Gothic revival. Fashion. Page found the magic in the stunning style, and history meaning was gained. Real estate and actor. Richard Harris's 1972 has a profound interest in the movement before elections and the work of Burgess. This house was an perfect fit for his creative skills. Beyond the Tower House PA's sensitivity, real estate endeavors have comprised a number of significant attributes. In 1967, while he was employed by the Yard, he purchased the T.S. Boathouse in Birds, Berkshire's Pangbourne. This riverside, the retreat was completed. There, he resided until 1973, the site where Led Zeppelin was born, where he initially met Robert Plant in the early 1970s during the summer. The Balkan House that Page bought is located at Loch Ness's shore in Scotland. This property was once held by a fanatic. PAs were recognized by Aleister Crowley. Interest in the mysterious passages of directed the song Remains, by Zeppelin. On the mountain, the identical footage was captured, directly behind Boulan House. Another is adding to mystique. The Mill House was an important residence on M Lane, Windsor, owned by Page from 1980 to 2004, was the home of Michael Caine, an actor. This property, John became a drummer after witnessing a terrible scene. In 1980, Bonham passed away there. The Page-owned Sussexes plumped in place as well, dwelling in a medieval manner. Components created by Edwin Luans, an architect. The song's featured mansion is still likewise emphasizing Page's relationship with his songs, with his residences. Page currently lives in Deary Garden, while Berkshire was sunning. An additional Lucian's masterwork, created for Edward Hudson. Pages are reflected in residents' ongoing appreciation of architectural artistic ability and historical importance. in spite of his sense of luxury, transcends reality. Jimmy Pa's estate car collection claims that his flair and enthusiasm speak by themselves. Volumes. Classic musical designs, cars, and among the vehicles in his collection are the 1978 on a big scale, the Ferrari 400 GT stands out. Journey. Renowned for combining luxury and performance are reflections of past admiration for vintage cars craftsmanship. The 1966 is another treasure. The Ferrari GT B275 is renowned for its stylish appearance and a potent V12 power plant. Being a Ferrari means being fast and stylish. Renowned for PAG, also possessed an Accord from 1936, the car with the most innovation was the 810 Phaeton, which gained notoriety for its front-wheel drive and distinctive style. This vehicle underwent a full repair of Concora beneath his owner. Earship highlights his dedication to maintaining automobile past. Furthermore, his collection owned a 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB4 valued model for its engineering superiority and racing history. When Page was on the road, he had an encounter with the luxury of Led Zeppelin flying in a private aircraft. The group renowned for using the Starship, especially the Boeing 720B, will go throughout the continent. Style, a prime example of rock and roll, the way of life in the 1970s. Although not being an avid automobile enthusiast, the certain elements that Jimmy Page has a discriminating preference for creativity, performance and design are very different. Regardless, I like his approach to music, the opulence and mystery around him. Jimmy Page's present holdings way of life is a combination of isolation, artistic endeavors, and sustained impact. Jimmy is at right now, the way of life of Page in early 2025. The legendary Led Zeppelin guitarist remains a fascinating figure. He is 81 years old, and yet an inspiration in the realm of music, uphold a lifestyle that is comparatively private, occupying his old tower house in Holland Park in London. Despite actions, Page that was returned from the public performances, continues to be creatively active in interviews in recent years. He's alluded to a number of ongoing projects, but would rather keep the specifics under covers to prevent Page from speculating. On November 2023, an uncommon appearance in public at the Rock and the induction ceremony for the Roll Hall of Fame. Link Ray, a guitar pioneer, is honored. He gave a moving speech and guided a variation of Ray's traditional rumble, reminding followers of his unwavering enthusiasm for personal musical use. Pitch maintains his connection with the poet. In 2014, Scarlett Sabé was born. The pair has a strong bond and frequently working together on creative endeavors and living a peaceful existence away from the public view. Even though he might not be on tour or putting out new music right now, the impact of Jimmy Page endures at everywhere. His legacy is honored by both musicians and fans, and any indication, any fresh content or initiatives is greeted with, he navigates with avid anticipation. The ninth decade. Page serves as an example of a life committed to pursuing artistic endeavors and excellence in music. What did you discover? The most startling or enlightening aspect of this delve deeply into Jimmy Page's life? Please leave a remark below with your ideas. If you found this video entertaining, we believe one of these will be appealing to you. Screen right now. Additionally, remember to depart. Give the channel a like and subscribe. The former. Thank you for viewing.